Voices of World War II are taken directly from the letters, diaries, and other first-hand accounts of the men who fought in the Second World War.
All of the beaches were given code names. Ours was Fox Green Beach. We were drenched with spray as soon as we started moving, and soon, soaking wet. Before too long, we started to take on some water. I was not a good sailor on a big ship, and this damn thing was considerably smaller. Some guys were swearing, and other guys like me were either vomiting or trying not to. I gagged and held it back. But there was a lot of vomit on the floor, and it was hard to stand. But I prayed and held my lunch. It seemed like each thing that happened was another anxiety. Now as we got closer to the shore, I dreaded when the ramp would go down and we had to get out of the landing craft. The large ships were firing over our heads toward the coast and beyond. There was the noise from the firings, the screech of the rockets, and lots of planes in the sky. Holy mother. My stomach was like one big knot. We were supposed to land at Fox Green Beach at 1930 hours, but necessity brought us in at 1700 hours on Easy Red Beach. These were code names for different sections of the beach. We could see the beach was littered with equipment and bodies. Enemy artillery was falling the length of the whole beach. An artillery shell exploded and hit an already demolished tank to our left. Everybody ducked down to hopefully escape the flying fragments. The craft then brought us in and dropped the ramp. With a quick glance, I could see guys swarming out of their assault boats onto the beach. I could see a landing craft practically standing on end with the ramp blown off, probably from the assault in the morning. As we had come in on low tide, the boatswains had trouble getting in between the obstacles. The Germans had lashed teller mines to poles sunk into the ground and also had placed large pieces of iron. Kind of like a giant-sized jack little kids played with, only these tore out the bottoms of the landing crafts. When we disembarked, somebody yelled, "Incoming!" No shit. You'd have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to know we were being shelled from German 88s. Jesus, I was scared. I moved out from the ramp, started for the beach with a lot of other guys, got to the shingle of the beach, soaking wet and sick as a dog. I felt all 200 pounds of me was slowing me down. I wanted to flop and rest, but our non-coms were yelling for us to get our asses moving. We half ran and half walked through the beach area. God, what a mess. Colonel Corley was leading us up the bluff. He led us through the one gap that we were able to traverse, and he was sending us up two at a time to keep our casualties down. We made our way up the bluff, still hearing machine gun and artillery fire. From pillboxes and bunkers, the Germans started to fire on us as we were disembarking and climbing the bluff. The engineers had opened up a lane where we could safely climb up the sands to the top of the bluff, which was probably about 100 feet high. There were more dead guys laying up there, American and German. Hopefully the engineers had laid it out correctly. The Germans had mined all 5 exits off of the beach. When we got to the top of the bluff, I wiped the sweat and salt water from my eyes. My eyes burned from the salt water, but that was nothing compared to what lay ahead. We were off the beach, but so far as I was concerned, the war was just starting. Private Calvin Carrier, June 6, 1944.